Good afternoon, Sharon Kane here. I'm excited to show you some of my DIYs for making deodorant because deodorant is something that can be very toxic, especially for women. Like we're putting it under here right by our lymphatic system, our breast tissue. There's so much breast cancer. I just really like to choose healthy, inexpensive, and things that are not going to contribute to any potential long-term hazards. So I'm all about prevention. As a mom of 7, been living this life for like 25 years, using Young Living for 14 years. So I have lots of trips up my sleeve, and this is one of the super duper inexpensive ditch and switch product hacks that you can do so quickly, so easily, minutes, and you're off to some new products that are going to be life-giving. Because remember, I've talked about in other of my YouTubes, if you've watched them, that every day, every decision is towards life or death. Really, like, are we living intentionally? Are we taking charge of our health? Are we taking charge of our thoughts? Are we taking charge of our family? Taking charge of behavior? Taking charge of what we're allowing to rumble around in our brain and our spirit? So this is super easy. I'm super excited. Okay, so I have all of my goodies here. Here is my baking powder that I am using. You know what? I may put this down here so you can see me better. Because baking soda, I'm sorry, not baking powder, sheesh, I'm not making food. Since baking soda can get clumpy, I don't know if you can see my little clumps in there, and I want this to be all smooth, I'm using a little, it's a tea strainer, but it works really great. I do this when I bake too, to keep the clumps out of my food, because in the past we've bitten down on like a piece of baking soda and it's disgusting. Totally changes up. See there, can see there's like some little clumps, so I just keep using my spoon to take care of all those little things. Now, my recipe is so easy, like your 8-year-old could make this literally. These are not going through, so I'm gonna use my thumb just to push them through. I'm using equal parts of baking soda, cornstarch, coconut, fractionated coconut oil, because this is very important, because I always buy huge things of coconut oil, like just the expeller press. It's super cheap, that we use for any kind of frying. We don't do a lot of frying, but whenever we do, I want to use coconut oil because it's super better for you. It's not, has all the yucky fats that will make you sick or stick in your veins. So using the solid does not work, because as it gets colder, it gets hardened. So there's that. So I learned the hard way that it was like cement. You could get it out and hold it on your hands because the coconut oil does melt, and then apply it, but I'm like, I ain't got no time for that. So fractionated coconut oil it is. If you're on a super tight budget for some reason, you can melt that and use it, but you're gonna have kind of a few minutes that you're gonna have to melt it in your hands before you can apply it, because it'll be solid as the cooler months roll in, or if you're in air conditioning, pretty much. So here's my bowl that I'm gonna put this in. Another thing that, just an FYI, is baking soda can cause a little bit of irritants. Here's my cornstarch, I'm doing 1/2 cup. So if your skin is sensitive, you can use less amount of the baking soda. I did put a little bit less in it, and I kind of did a heaping scoop of the cornstarch. See, that's the thing with this. This is so foolproof. You really cannot ruin this, because see, I'm going to put my 1/2 cup of the coconut oil. If it's too runny, you just add some more cornstarch. If it's too thick, you just add some more oil. So this is like such a no-brainer. And then I have my spoon. I'm gonna just stir this up until it gets kind of lump-free. Stirring, stirring, stirring. And then we get to add our oils. Now, like I was saying, the cornstarch, the baking soda can be a little bit irritating on the armpits. So you can use less, and it really doesn't matter. This is so foolproof. It's exciting. So I'm going to put these, when I'm done, I'm going to put this in little containers. Oh my goodness, I forgot my other containers. Sorry. These, you can use recycled stuff. I'm all about recycle, reuse, upcycle, all the things. So these are makeup containers that I will wipe out. I took out this inner part. It had like a little mesh in it. You could wipe this out. There's like a label here, but you just take that off with some lemon oil, because lemon oil gets off all those things. And you can like make little samples. I mean, this alone would last for a couple weeks, maybe even a month. This amount, because you use a teeny, like an eraser in type amount, like this much per pit. So it lasts forever. And I will put it in the small like juice mason jars. They're probably about 4 ounces. And then I just have it under my cupboard and refill a smaller thing, so I don't have this huge thing in my everyday place that I store it to use it, maybe on the countertop or just down in my first drawer that has all that kind of stuff in it. See, I need a little bit more of cornstarch, but it's really no problem. You just, can you see that? Add enough to give it the right consistency, kind of like a thick paste, so it's not going to be rolling down your clothes or whatever. You don't want to ruin anything. I don't know if this would ruin it as far as the oil, though. Might not be the best, so you just want it to stick to your pits. So I'm stirring. Gotta have fun, right? We're having quite the storm outside. It's really crazy. It's really nice because we need the rain. Oh, the grass is starting to get all dead and crispy when you walk on it. So it's awesome that we can have new watered grass. It'll green it up. I'm really frustrated that I left my container. I'm gonna grab it real quick because there's one right here. See, boop. I really like the glass, always. Glass is my favorite. So this is ones I've used before, and I just clean them out. You can run them in the dishwasher. Do not want to do plastic lids, or these are plastic. These are thicker, they might work, but through the dishwasher because they literally melt and change shapes. So that's not so fun. So my favorite, I'm going to put this in here. I have lots of favorite oils. If you've watched me, you know. See how this is just kind of this like a perfect consistency. It's like a thick paste. And I've needed to do this for so long. So what have I been using? Because obviously I've been using deodorant in the Texas summer because that's just not funny. It's just saying, right? Because that would cause very stinky mama here. So a nice thick paste. I've been using my toothpaste. Young Living's toothpaste is all natural, amazing. Like you can swallow it. You can keep it on your teeth at night to let it just do all of its anti-work in there to eat up all the yuckies. So that works super great. It's super inexpensive. And when we travel, I don't take this because it does have the oil in it and I don't want it to leak all over everything. Although you could get like a smaller one, and I even have smaller containers that you could put them in a baggie, and that would totally solve that problem. But you know, when you're traveling, you just want to do simple and the least, like less is best. So I just use the toothpaste, and I've been using the toothpaste for like a month because I've wanted to share with you when I made it, and so I haven't done it because it's been too late. I've been busy and didn't have time to stop and actually do a video. But some of my favorite scents are Purification is amazing for the obvious, purifies the smell. Lavender and Citrus Fresh make an amazing combo. Joy and lemon, like how that is amazing. It smells so good. Or Thieves is amazing, especially for a man who doesn't want to smell floral. He could do Thieves, or Purification would be pretty generic as far as the smell. So let's see which one I'm gonna do. Oh man, Joy just is kind of making me happy to do that as a thought. So I'm gonna do about, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take out a little bit of this because you know what I didn't think about? Trying to stir it. So I'm gonna do about 10 drops of Joy, and I grabbed my empty Joy bottle, so that's not gonna work. So I will do lavender and citrus fresh because that's amazing too. All my oils are amazing. I love them. They smell so good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm very generous with these oils in the deodorant because you want it to do its job. So I'm going to do 10 more here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because the whole point is to not smell bad. So I'm going to actually use this end because it's smaller. And we'll get in there and stir, stir, stir. I mean, can you believe this? Like if you were at home, this is a 5-10 minute job. And you can, and I have, look at all this. I mean, I have deodorant for the whole family for a couple months. So it's super exciting. So you're just, oh, it smells amazing. I think I'm gonna actually go get my other Joy bottle and put 5 drops of Joy in it just for some extra fun smell, because aromatherapy, the way it works is smelling it goes up through the olfactory gland into the center of your emotions here, up in the brain, and it just does this calm magic on the emotions. And right now, we need all the calm magic we can get because life is just as a doozer right now. It's super duper crazy. So if I'm putting on some Joy every day on my pits, you know what? It's gonna be a good day. Although citrus oils are calming, lavender's calming, so they're all calming, but I really like Joy. And I really want more joy in my life. So the joy of the Lord is my strength. So that's kind of my favorite oil, one of my favorite ones right now. So then you can just put the lid on. Look at this, and you can label it with a fun label. It's going to my bathroom. I'm just going to use it like this and be all done with it. But this is like super simple, super fun. And the thing to realize about like antiperspirants, please, 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 please do not use antiperspirant. You do not want to block your body's elimination system, which is sweating. So you do not want to not sweat. I know it is not fun. I will so agree with you on that. I prefer not to sweat, but you know what? This area of our body needs, the lymphatic system needs to be flushed. Sweating is a gift from God. It helps us to flush out toxins. By no means do you want to put chemicals there that block it and cause you to not sweat. My friends, I'm all about prevention. I'm all about doing the things that feed our bodies, bring our body health. That is not one. So get over the whole sweating idea and do not use antiperspirant and do not use chemicals there, even just regular deodorant, because antiperspirant is one thing, but the deodorant you're getting at the store, they're not good for you. They're full of chemicals as well. And I don't want to have any tumors or cysts popping up because I've put things directly in these sensitive areas that are being absorbed. But when you're hot and your pores are open, they're gulping in all those chemicals. There's lots of different research that says once we put anything on our body, including our armpits, it's absorbed into our blood system in 26 seconds. That's not to be messed with. What are you putting on your body? Please, please contact me. I'm happy to give you some stats and some info, but the most important thing is this is like cheap, easy, smells amazing. Young Living does actually offer deodorant, like just like a roll-on type of a thing. So they have deodorant. They have toothpaste you can use, and you can just do these type of DIY things. You could even do like a spray bottle of lavender and purification or whatever, and just water and spray it on your pits. There's so many options. And sometimes, occasionally, I forget to put deodorant on. I mean, hardly ever, because that's just like a basic thing, you know, like brushing your teeth. But a couple times I've been gonna do my deodorant and then got busy, sidetracked, and I have just sprayed my Thieves spray under my pits. It stings a teeny bit, but that's okay. I don't want to be sweaty and stinky, so there's that. Or even sometimes if it's been really hot and I'm just kind of feel smelly, I can just spray some of that under there, and it's awesome because I always have my Thieves spray with me for my hands, for my throat, if I feel like a scratchy throat's coming on. So I hope you see how easy this is. These oils and the zillion possibilities of DIYs or things to buy to make our lives less chemical free, and investing in ourselves is so easy. It's so easy. So you be blessed, my friend, and have a great day. God bless you.